When I was small, my grandfather, my Baba, he worked in an ashram of Rishikesh. And I remember visiting that ashram as a little kid, as a 9-10-year-old child, fascinated by the treasure of books that were waiting for us every time we visited the ashram. And I remember sitting under different trees and finishing one book after the other. There were so many to read. But there was one story in particular that I could never forget. Now, this story was of a baby rabbit who was suffering from stomach pain. And no matter what his parents did, no matter what lighter meal they put him on, the pain wouldn't go. They showed him to the doctor tried a medicine, changed the medicine, but nothing worked. The pain continued for months. One day, tired, exhausted with the pain, the baby rabbit approached a wise rabbit who stayed nearby and asked him, "Could you please help? This pain is too much. I don't know if I can go on like this for long." The kind rabbit, the wise one, he decided to shadow the baby rabbit for 24 hours and told him to go on as usual with his routine, whatever he did normally. Now, after 24 hours, the wise rabbit knew exactly what the problem was. The problem was that the baby rabbit ate a little too quickly. The wise rabbit showed the baby rabbit the right way of eating, chewing, and the speed. And baby rabbit, he was so keen to get rid of the pain that he became a sponge and implemented it as it is. In a week, the pain was gone, and the baby rabbit was jumping leaps and bounds again. As a child, this story hit me really hard. So much so that even when I grew up, when I had my own kids, I remember telling them this as one of the bedtime stories. Today, as a career coach, this is exactly what I do with my clients who are suffering from mediocre careers. Observation. Because over a period of time, what happens is our habits take a wrong turn. Our beliefs, our standards, they go for an erosion. How we spend our days is how we spend our months and our years. And that feeds directly into the quality of our career and life. So my dear friend, if you are going through a pain, if there's a problem which is so big that you just don't know where to start, whether it is in your life, in your career, relationships, health, just take a step back, sit down and observe yourself. Observe yourself silently. Observation, it requires patience, definitely. It requires complete honesty. You cannot fool yourself. So complete honesty and a lot of commitment. But if you do this, I promise that you will be able to figure out the reason for that pain. And once you know the reason, the solution is pretty easy. So step into that observer mode and figure out what is that you are doing in your minutes, in your hours, in your day that is feeding into that big problem.